guys, it's Channon Rose, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you a story time about how Travis almost broke up with me. Okay, so let me just clarify that this happened years ago, but we had been dating for like a few months and it almost did not work out because of one night of me in Vegas at AVN, which is the porn convention for porn stars, and I did some things that were pretty naughty, and Travis was like not having it. So let me tell you the whole story of what happened. If you guys don't know what AVN is, it's basically like, you know how like mainstream actors have the Grammys and the Emmys and like their awards show? AVN is like the award show for like the porn industry, the adult entertainment industry. And so it happens at the beginning of every January, and all of like the porn people and all the industry porn people go to Vegas, and it's just like one crazy fucking party. And people do like a lot of really crazy things, like crazy things happen during AVN awards. So poor little Travis, poor little like naive Travis, who had just started dating me, I invited him to come to Vegas for the awards ceremony. And he was like, yeah, and I bet like in his head he was probably like, dude, it's gonna be so dope, like we're gonna have such a fun time, I'm gonna hang out like with the porn stars, it's gonna be so cool, there's gonna be crazy parties and orgies and celebrities and drugs. There's all of that, but I don't think that he realize what he was really getting himself into. I'm not gonna go over like the whole trip because this will be like a 3-hour video, but like the night that everything happened of like why he almost broke up with me, we'll start from that night. So we had gone to dinner, and then I had gotten a call for so it's not escorting because it was like, it's like escorting but there's no sex. Some people think of escorting, it's like a whole other video. Anyway, let me just try to make this as simple as I can to understand. Somebody had hired me to do like fetish with them in their hotel room. So I got a call, they're like, you know, this is how much you're gonna get paid, and they want this fetish. And to be honest with you, like I don't even remember this. I don't know why my memory's so bad. I was completely sober. But Travis reminded me of this like before when we were talking about filming this video. And he was like, yeah, like you don't remember that? I'm like, no, I don't remember that at all. So basically I'd gotten a call to do fetish stuff because it wasn't being filmed. So it was like a private thing like in this person's hotel room, and they wanted like some fetish. And I wish I could remember, but I really don't remember at all. It was either like foot fetish or ball busting or something like that. Just keep in mind, like I wasn't really drinking during this time. I had stopped drinking for like a long period of time. And then I drank a little bit with Travis just because I was like nervous. I didn't know how to act in front of like guys. I don't know, it sounds crazy, but like I would drink because I was like nervous and I just like needed to loosen up. But anyway, when I went up to this guy's room to do this like fetish work, I ended up having like 1 or 2 drinks with him, and that's kind of like what started this whole night that was like not good. So I have like the 1 or 2 drinks, and for those of you guys that don't know, I have like a drinking problem. I'm like a binge drinker, so like once I start drinking I have a hard time stopping, and I just want to keep drinking and drinking and drinking. This is the thing, it's kind of like a surprise. You never know what you're gonna get when you drink with me, because I could be like the most fun person and just be like silly and crazy and fun and like funny, or you can drink with me and I could be a fucking total nightmare, and like where you have to babysit me and it's just like not a, you know, like not the good drunks. And then I can drink and get like really depressed and like suicidal and end up in a mental hospital. Like you never know what's gonna happen. I never know how I'm gonna be when I'm drinking. Like most people know how they are when they're drunk, like they're like fun and funny, and then some people have like a limit on, they know how much they can drink and then they know like when to stop. I don't have that, and I don't know what's gonna happen. So Travis had drank with me before and I was totally fine and like fun, and you know, like we had fun and it was like a good time. But when I started drinking this time, I did not turn out that way. I don't know if it was like my bipolar coming through, or I don't know, but let me get into what happened. So I start drinking up at the room with the fetish guy. That's like only an hour thing. So then I'm done and I go back with Travis, and then I get a call, and like a bunch of my girlfriends that were in porn and my ex-girlfriend in porn were all like drinking and hanging out at the Hard Rock. And I'm pretty sure that's where the award ceremony was. We didn't even make it to the awards. We did not even step foot in there, but we'll get to that in a second. So I meet up with them and I tell Travis like, this is my ex-girlfriend, like I dated her, but like we're totally cool, like just friends. And then a bunch of other like porn people. Again, Travis doesn't know these people. He's like meeting a lot of them for the very first time. So I can understand like him being uncomfortable, and he was having like drinks, but like nowhere near on my level. So once I had started drinking, I was like ready to keep drinking and like bring on the shots. Like I said, once I start I can't stop, and I am like Like, give me the shot. Like, I'd take the whole fucking bottle, pound that shit. You know, like, it gets crazy when I start drinking. So I meet up with my friends and they're drinking and I'm drinking and I'm just like taking shots. Like, they're like no other, just like shot after shot after shot. I get to the point where like I'm pretty wasty at this point and I don't remember because like obviously I was very like out of it, but what I do remember is like going to the bathroom because obviously I had to pee. And this is so funny. And someone has this picture, but I don't know who has it, but I know someone has them. We had gone to the bathroom and I was so fucking drunk. And for those of you guys that don't know, most of you guys don't know, I never did anal in porn, and like my agent always like would call me and be like, Randy, they're willing to pay this much money, and they were paying a lot of money. Like, my butt was expensive in porn because I never gave it up. I was like, for one, too scared, and two, I wanted to like save it for marriage. And it's like a running joke that like everyone kind of knows that. And I was so fucking drunk that I literally and you have to remember, like, not all the people in the hotel do porn, like that are, you know, walking around and stuff. Some of them are like totally normal people, and I am like literally taking my clothes off in the bathroom in front of everybody, and I get up on the fucking bathroom sink counter and I like do the whole like, oh my god, can I even show this? I do the whole like thing where I go up like this and I'm like spreading my butt cheek out like this. I have underwear on, so like they couldn't see like everything, but you could see a lot. and I was like showing everybody. Oh, this is so embarrassing. I can't believe I'm even saying this right now. I'm like, do you know how expensive this ass is? I'm like, do you know how much money companies would pay for this? Which is like so, you don't say shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's so fucking embarrassing. But my drunk ass was saying it, and all the porn girls, like they kind of knew and they thought it was hilarious that I was like this drunk. And like people are walking in the bathroom like looking, and like I wish I wish someone could film. Their eyes would get like this big. They're like, oh my god, this girl is like so fucked up. They're probably walking out telling their friends like, dude, this girl's so fucked up in the bathroom. She's like up on the counter fucking spreading her ass apart telling people how expensive it is. They probably thought it was like a prostitute or something. I don't know what they thought, but it was pretty funny. Anyway, someone was taking pictures of that, and I got the pictures sent to me like the next day, and people were like laughing and making fun of me, and they are pretty funny, let me tell you. My fucking little drunk ass. I don't know what I was doing in the bathroom. I don't remember. By the time I got out of the bathroom, I was looking for Travis. I couldn't find him, and also I couldn't find any of my friends. Like, I lost them. I basically got lost in Vegas, you guys. And I know that you're probably thinking like, oh, like there's so many porn people, like you would run into somebody, whatever. It's like a fucking maze. First of all, I'm not at the hotel I'm staying at, and I don't have a room key because Travis is carrying it for me. I have no idea where my stuff is. I don't know where my phone is. Like, I lost everything and I lost everybody. So now drunk ass Shannon is by herself in Vegas, and I am all alone. Now, I actually told a story time of like how I almost died in Vegas, and that's like a whole nother video. I'll actually try to link that down below if you guys want to watch that video, but a totally different story. So basically I got lost. I don't know what happened. I ended up fucking cracking my head open that night, but the reason that Travis almost broke up with me was because I had found somebody that I knew, and I was like sitting on their lap and I had my arm around them. He's a director like in porn, and I really hope that he doesn't ever watch this video, but like he is so far from attractive, like not cute at all. But he's like my friend, and I was being like very like when I'm drunk I'm like very friendly, and so like Travis came over and found me and saw that I'm like sitting on this dude's lap that he doesn't know and my arms around him, and Travis thought like I had kissed him, or I was about to kiss him, or we were kissing. Like, he didn't know, and he was like, at that point I think he thought like, fuck this chick. This crazy ass bitch is like not who I want to be with. Like, where did I find her? I'm done. I don't want to be with her anymore. And like, I don't blame him at all. Are you kidding? I was a fucking hot mess. Like, I wouldn't want to be with me either. So I totally understand where he's coming from. And you guys, I don't even remember this. This is just from like what people have told me. Like, my dress was like coming up, and like my friends were like trying to pull it down. And this was like in the casinos. It was just not good. Okay, I was like the worst fucking drunk ever. A bunch of people babysitting me. And Travis was just like so fucking annoyed with me at that point that he was like, dude, I'm done after this trip. Like, I'm not talking to this chick anymore. I'm losing her number. Like, I don't want to have anything to do with her. This was like not what I thought it was going to be. Like, not a fun trip for him. So we end up somehow getting back to the hotel room, and he's still fucking really pissed at me. And I don't remember like when I cut my head open, but he had known that I cut my head open. and I was too drunk and like totally blacked out by this point. Like I don't even remember how we got back to the hotel. I'm sure like we took a taxi, but I don't remember any of it. He knowingly knew that I like cracked my head open and was bleeding and like let me just pass out and go to sleep. Now, I don't know if he knows that like if someone hits their head and especially is bleeding, that you shouldn't like let them go to sleep, because if they have a concussion they can fall into a coma. Like, and I think that either he knew or he didn't give a fuck. He was like, that bitch deserves a coma, like let her fall into a deep sleep because I'm not talking to her again. I won't have to deal with it. I don't know, but it was really bad. And like the next morning, you guys, I woke up and I felt like fucking death. Like I literally wanted to die because I had the worst fucking hangover of my life. And I had cut my fucking head. My head already hurt from like being hungover, and I had fucking cut my head open, and I look in the mirror and I realized like there's fucking blood like all down my face, like dried blood, and I'm like, what the fuck happened to me? Travis was like still really pissed. And then the next day, like, I realized and, like, had come to my senses, like, I just can't drink anymore. Like, I used to, when I was young, I used to be able to, like, drink and get crazy and whatever. It was, like, okay. But now that I'm older, like, my body can't handle alcohol like it used to. And also, I just don't know what's gonna happen to me. And I'm too old for that shit. You know what I mean? Like, when you're young, it's okay. You can get away with it. Once you turn 30, like, it's not cool to, like, be a fucking hot mess like that, like all the time, you know what I mean? Or like often. Maybe like once in a blue moon it's okay, but to do that all the time, it's just not hot, especially when you're like trying to be a mom. I want to start a family, and I was just like, you know, there's no need for me to drink. So for those of you guys that wonder why I don't drink, that's one of the reasons why. But yeah, and then a few days later, Travis ended up deciding that he wanted to stay with me. Thank God, because he's my motherfucking soulmate, and I would be so sad if one night of me getting like belligerent drunk like ruined that, which it almost did. But I'm like so glad that he gave me another chance. Even though I didn't cheat on him, it just looked like I was cheating on him. And I know for a fact I didn't kiss that guy. I don't care how drunk I was, I would not have kissed that guy. Because if you saw him, you would know what I mean. I don't think I could be drunk enough to kiss him. But yeah, he was my friend, and I was just like hanging out and being really drunk on his lap. And it just looked bad. That is how Travis almost broke up with me, because he thought I was cheating on him, like right in front of him. Like I knew he was there and didn't even care. Was like continuing to sit on this guy's lap. You know what I mean? Not a good look. So yeah, that's the story of how Travis almost broke up with me. I'm so glad that he didn't. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know down in the comment section what type of video do you guys want to see next. Every time I tell these stories and like say, let me know in the comments what you guys want to see next. Nobody ever fucking puts anything that they want to see. If you're watching and you've watched till this far, let me know what you want to see. I'd really appreciate it. I'm sending you all my love and all my positive energy, and I hope to see you in the next video. Mwah!